up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MtgA Malone. Happy freaking Friday. Thank you all so very much for tuning in on this beautiful freaking Friday. I'm very happy to be here. I played Conan Exiles until 3:30 in the morning, so my brain is a little fried, and I said, Exile? It's been the longest time that I have not played an Exile deck. So here we freaking are, playing the awesomest Exile deck of all freaking times. The Path to Exile. The very first deck I ever made on this channel was an Exile deck. Check it out, right over my head, right now. And yeah, you will see some transformation in this, boy. I changed a lot since then. But enough yammering, let's get into the Exile hammering. So, we have some very fun cards that I really freaking love in here. And this is just a very freaking fun deck. So, we have 3 Tests of Talents to get rid of all of these Emergent Ultimatum decks, to get rid of cycling decks. Very freaking good. And yeah, you can also just have a look at their hand. If you counter like a Bone Crusher Giant, you can't get rid of the Bone Crusher Giant itself, but you can take a look at their hand and deny him the Bone Crusher Giant anyways, because it will get countered. Then we have the Flunk, because I really freaking love the Flunk. We got the Flunk. Target creature gets -X/-X, where X is 7 minus the number of cards in that creature's controller hand. So if they have 4 cards, you give it -3/-3. Very good against all these indestructible creatures. Then we have the Professor Onyx, because what would a black control deck be without the Professor Onyx? And she's just such a babe, so here she freaking is. So, these are the 3 Strixhaven cards that make this deck just so freaking delicious. Then we have some Kaldheim cards. With the Blood on the Snow, you destroy all creatures, or you destroy all planeswalkers, and then you return a creature or planeswalker, in this case our Ashiok or Professor Onyx, to the battlefield with value X, where X is the amount of snowlands spent. And we have so many snowlands in here that the chances are pretty freaking high that when you play the Blood on the Snow, you will be able to even return your Professor Onyx. Very freaking tasty. And yeah, then we have the Graven Lore. Because it's a snow deck, you can play this during your opponent's end step. For 5, you look at the top X cards, you scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent once more, and then you draw 3 cards. Very freaking good. And yeah, you might be able to scry 5, which is very powerful. I forgot one Strixhaven card, the bestest of them all, the Baleful freaking Mastery. This is so freaking good in the early game, this is so freaking good in the mid game, because you can exile a creature or planeswalker for 2, they draw a card, it's a price I'm willing to pay. And later, you can just do it for free. I mean, you pay 4 mana, but they don't get anything out of it. So it is very freaking good. Other Kaldheim card, the Behold the Multiverse, just a very freaking good card. And the Side Coming, also very freaking good counterspell. The rest of the deck is 1 Midnight Clock, to ramp a little bit faster into our big stuff, and to return everything to our freaking hand sooner or later out of our graveyard once this hits 12. Then we have the Elspeth's Nightmare, to destroy small creatures, have a look at their hand, exile their graveyard. It is just very good against rogues and stuff like that, or if they have, I don't know, Scavenging Ooze. Very freaking good, because we have no creatures they can steal, but they might be able to steal their own. Then we have, of course, 2 Extinction Events to exile everything, and yes, this also exiles, so very freaking good. This also exiles, so it is right into the theme. And then we have a Shadow's Verdict to exile everything they own. Very freaking sweet. So you can see we have exile, 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 path to freaking exile. And then the Ashiok, just such a beast. Freaking love this card. You create blockers, you return creatures to their hand, they have to exile something, and then you steal cards out of their exile. Very freaking tasty. Love it. Playing your opponent's deck is the mostest fun of them all. And then we have 3 Shark Typhoons, because in the early game, having some blockers is very freaking powerful, and if in the end game you can put down the Shark Typhoon hard cast, it is so freaking good, because you will have so many blockers, sharks through the air, sharks are in the air, and that is just so freaking good. So, what you want to do with this deck is chill. Chill, do a lot of their stuff during their turn. A lot of these are instances. If you have to use the Elspeth's Nightmare, do it. But otherwise, you can just chill. The only thing that isn't instant are these board wipes, the Midnight Clock, the Elspeth Nightmare, and of course our Ashiok and our Professor Onyx. Hot for the teacher. Oh baby, I'm hot. I'm hot for teachers. So, then we have 5 beautiful snow-covered islands, 8 beautiful snow-covered swamps, with 4 very beautiful Murkwater Clearwater Pathways, we have 4 freaking ice tunnels, and 3 Fabled Passage, just in case we need them, and cleaning our deck, or whatever people say it does. So, it is a very cool deck. If you love Exile, you should absolutely try it out. It is very freaking fun, and yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't do so already. I almost forgot to tell you guys. So, the button is right below me, next to that little bell. Almost 50% of you aren't subscribed yet, which is a shame because I'm putting down a fresh new video every day. So if you're already watching, why not go on and subscribe? It's free, it would help me out very freaking much to be found better on YouTube. I'm MtgA Malone, and I will see you in those Exiling Games. Alrighty, here we are. Path to freaking Exile. We're up against Hijiri-Uka. Hijiri-Uka. It's kind of cool to say. Oh boy. Well, this is a very kill spell intense hand. And I'm inclined to keep it, because we're up against nothing but aggressive decks nowadays. So, and as we're going second, the Baleful Mastery is also very sweet. He mulliganed down to 6, like to see, as I said, aggressive freaking decks wherever you look. So, Robber of the Rich turn 2. Oh, a Scavenging Ooze. A Scavenging freaking Ooze. So we're keeping up our Baleful Mastery here. We have the Elspeth's Nightmare next turn. So, let him attack in. That is absolutely fine with me. Absolutely fine. 2 damage, we can take that. Putting down another... Okay. So, we are exiling the Raka here. And then next turn we're just scavenging... Elspeth's Nightmaring the Scavenging Ooze. Taking a look at his hand. We're not drawing any lands. That is pretty bad. With our current state of hand, that is very freaking bad. I really want to play this Graven Lore. Would really love to have it down on the field. Yep. Elspeth's Nightmare activated. Look at it. So, he has a Scavenging Ooze in his graveyard. He found another land. He has another Scavenging Ooze. We didn't find a land. That is so freaking painful. So freaking painful. So, the ran through can go. We will just maybe Baleful Mastery this Scavenging Ooze. But first we're taking 2. Because if he puts down the Bone Crusher Giant, I think I need to Baleful Mastery that Bone Crusher Giant. He's not doing anything. Well, neither are we. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is so freaking painful. So freaking painful. So, stuck on 3 lands here. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty freaking bad. And I think that he will... Yeah, I think he will shoot our face here. And in that case, we can just test of talents his Bone Crusher Giant. Which we will. Which we freaking will. So. Let us look. He has the Questing Beast, so he has the full package. So he will draw nothing but creatures now. I'm pretty sure of it. And he can make the Scavenging Ooze even a little bit bigger. So I really, really hope that we can find something here. It would be very good to find a land. If we don't find a land, we're pretty screwed. Pretty freaking screwed. Are you serious, game? Okay, we can still Baleful Mastery here, but it feels pretty bad. But that is exactly what we're doing. Because we can't take more damage. We have the hand full of stuff that we can't play. I hope he didn't find anything good here. Oh, the Bone Crusher Giant to our face feels pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But is he playing it? Is he playing the Bone Crusher? He's playing the Edgar Innkeeper. We finally found a freaking land. But it is still not enough. But at least if he's attacking in now with the Edgar Innkeeper, he still has the ram through, so that is pretty bad for us. But if he uses this here, well, we're still putting down the Shark Typhoon. We are still putting it down because we really, really need to find a land. We really need to find a land here. So, he will take 2 as well. We will take 1. That is kind of okay. If we find 1 more land here, we're good. Oh, finally. Freaking finally. Okay. And a Lovestruck Beast. And now we're finding all the lands, but I still want more lands. So, Shadow's Verdict away. Getting rid of all of his board. Feels pretty good. And next turn we can even Blood on the Snow if we want to. Another Shadow's Verdict is pretty sweet here. And if he finds a Goldspan Dragon now, that's just what it is. But we have a lot of snow lands, so we can bring back the Ashiok. He found the Great Henge. That is very bad. Very, very bad. But he can do nothing else. Alright. So, are we a little bit lucky here? Are we a little bit lucky? We will find out. So, what do I need? I have all the colors already. So I'm getting myself another black just to be well equipped with everything. Found yet another land. Not that bad. Not that freaking bad. So we're making another blocker because we absolutely freaking need it. And then, yeah, we're chilling. We're just chilling. We're on 9 life. We need to be chilling a little bit. And with the Graven Lore, at least we can get ourselves some stuff. He found the Goldspan Dragon. That is so bad. So hopefully we can find... Is the Flunk enough? It is. The Flunk is freaking enough. And all the rest I also wanted. Or do I? Well, I think the Blood on the Snow is not that good. But all the rest is really freaking good. Really, really good. So. Alrighty. So we're getting rid of this Goldspan Dragon here. Yes, he gets another token, but it doesn't really matter right now. As long as he doesn't find yet another Goldspan Dragon. And if he does, I think he will attack the Ashiok. Let's be honest here. And I really wish that we could find a counterspell. He found the Fire Prophecy. Alright, that is kind of fine with me. Okay. So are we putting down the Shark Typhoon here? Or are we just... I don't really know what we're doing here. But I think we will just do it like this. Foretell the Behold the Multiverse. Keep up our Baleful Mastery for now. Because he could really explode here with the Great Henge. He could really freaking go insane. Another Goldspan Dragon. Alright. So we're Baleful Mastering that Goldspan Dragon. So that way we can steal it with our Ashiok, which seems pretty good. Seems pretty freaking good. Alright, so he has a lot of cards in exile that I absolutely want to steal, and I abso-freaking-lutely will. Another Behold the Multiverse. So first off, we're attacking in. Stealing some more cards of his. I think we can turn this around. Honestly, I think we really can turn this around. Because we will now get 3 freaking Goldspan Dragons, which is pretty freaking good. Okay. So he's on 34 cards. But we will get 3 freaking Goldspan Dragons. Alright, or at least 1, 2, and we're getting ourselves the Rada. I mean, why not? It is pretty good. Not gonna lie. So, now that we have these many blockers, we can even put down the Shark Typhoon. And I think that's it. Because, yeah, we have all these blockers now. that are his creatures, let's be honest. We could have also gotten Scavenging Ooze, but I really don't think we should. The Edgar Innkeeper, that will become a 2-2, so he can't even attack in. And we still have the Shadow's Verdict, which is pretty freaking good, because it takes care of almost all of his freaking creatures. So, putting down another Lovestruck Beast, but we will wipe the board here so freaking hard. So freaking hard. And then we have these Goldspan Dragons, which will survive. So, we're still in a very good situation here. Not gonna lie. He has a lot of cards, lands, he has a lot of everything. But we will just block with the Rada. Okay. So, if he has an Ambercleave, I don't want to die to it. But if he has an Ambercleave, he will get in for 10. So let's do it like this. I can't remember if he had an Ambercleave or not. Well, I didn't even look. Yep, he had the Ambercleave. Alright. So he's getting in for 10, we're blocking 7. Which feels pretty good. So, we're still living here. We're still alive. Alive and kicking. So, how are we? Oh boy, this is so freaking good. So, I will just Shadow's Verdict here. Get rid of his whole freaking board. Make myself a little blocker. And now if he attacks in, if he has something, we still have the Baleful Mastery. Ready to rock. And we need to get in for some damage, otherwise we're just freaking screwed. We still have the Blood on the Snow, so we can bring back whatever. He has the Scavenging Ooze. I hope he's using a lot of mana for it. I really hope he does. But drawing a lot of cards here is pretty good for him. If he doesn't do anything, I will Behold the Multiverse. Make myself a little blocker. He's put in this... Okay. Okay. What else are you doing? What else are you doing? Are you shooting us down? He has the Rimrock Knight. That is still fine. That is still kind of fine. We still have the Blood on the Snow, so we can do some shenaniganery here. Alright. Not doing anything? Well, in that case, we draw. Making ourselves another big shark blocker here. Seems pretty good. Those lands are not useful anymore. Would have liked to have them a little bit sooner, but we didn't. We didn't. Alrighty. Drew another land. Okay. So, how are we freaking doing this? I think that we're just attacking in, and then wiping the board, and then we still have the Baleful Mastery for freaking later. So everything is still a-okay. For now. So, what we can also do is make a blocker here. I mean, we're getting in for 8. Then we're making a blocker with the Ashiok. We're keeping up our Baleful Mastery and our Behold the Multiverse. So everything is still a-okay. For now. The moment he attacks in, we will do our stuff. Because we can get rid of the Scavenging Ooze here. No worries. No freaking worries. And I think these are lands, otherwise he would have played them. He has enough mana to do anything. Anything he wants to. And we also have 12 mana, so that is pretty good. Alrighty. So we're using the Test of Talents here because we have that much mana. Just checking what he has in his hand. Seems pretty good. Making another blocker. It's, as I said, a freaking land. Okay. So, what would be dangerous here? I think a Questing Beast would be dangerous. But I really hope that he just draws a land. So we're getting rid of everything he owns here. 4 cards for the price of 1. I freaking love it. So if he draws another land here, we're in a very good position. We will see. Looks like he did. Looks like he freaking did draw another land. Okay, before he goes to attacks, we will exile the Scavenging Ooze. If he has another ramp through, would be kinda bad. But he doesn't. He doesn't have another ramp through. So we're kinda good here. He can't be attacking in with the Rimrock Knight. And I don't think he will. Why should he? Why freaking should he? There goes the land. Equipping the Amber Cleave. Hoping he doesn't have a ramp through here. But we don't have a 1/1, so everything is still okay. So we're sacrificing one of the treasures. Do we have him here? 4/8. The Flunk. Oh, we even would have gotten him here with the Flunk now. What a freaking comeback. What a freaking comeback of the century. Love it. That game was freaking crazy. We were stuck on 3 lands for way too long, and in the end we could turn it around. The Smiling Duke. Will he turn us into a Smiling King? We're going first. If we draw another land, we're good. If we don't, we're really screwed. So let's freaking try it. I mean, in the end, it will be our own fault for gambling away. He has these very nice sleeves. Another green deck. Okay, what is up with that? And we found another land, so that is pretty good. So, we can Elspeth's Nightmare next turn. And the Shadow's Verdict's also looking pretty tasty here. The MtgA. Yeah, we will totally Elspeth's Nightmare that. We will totally Elspeth's freaking Nightmare that. I don't want him to have an explosive turn here. The next turn we can just, you know, keep up our Baleful Mastery. Or play down the Midnight Clock. If we don't draw a land, I think it will be the Midnight Clock. But we will see. We will see. The Test of Talents. Yeah, good thing we can take care of the Great Hand here. Alright. So we are taking a hit. We are taking a hit here. He can only play 1 Edgar Innkeeper, which is good. And I hope that he's a little stuck on lands. So, what you going to do here, my friend? Putting down the Edgar? You are. Putting down the Edgar. I think this is just as good as a time to wipe the board as any. Because what's he going to do? Play another Edgar? I think he will. He can still shoot our face here, which is okay. But as long as he doesn't find another land, we're kinda good. Alrighty. We still have the Baleful Mastery. So, is this the revenge of Gruul? Seems to be. The Rimrock Knight. That is a pretty good pickup here. What can we find? The Shark Typhoon. Yeah, I still think that we're just Elspeth Nightmaring the Edgar Innkeeper. I don't want him to have any advantage on us. And we still have the Baleful Mastery in the worst case. And very soon we're even looking pretty good here. So. I think we're just Baleful Mastering here. Seems pretty good. He would need a land. He would need 2 lands in a row now. And we can just block this Bone Crusher. He's not finding any lands. Freaking love it. Oh boy. That is pretty nice. Okay. So if he attacks in here, we will just block with the Shark Typhoon. Would also have liked to find a land here, but we didn't. So no need to talk about the past. Alrighty. Putting down a Shark for 3. Having a good blocker here. Finding a land, pretty nice, pretty freaking nice. So we're still in it. We are still in it. So everything is still a-okay. For now. The Jaspara Sentinel. We found another Shark Typhoon. That is so freaking good. So freaking good. Alrighty. So if he wants to use the Lovestruck Beast here now, we can just Test of Talents it. If he wants to put down... Okay, we are totally Test of Talenting that. He can't be playing his 3 gold span dragons now. Okay. Okay. Are we putting down the shark? Well, I think I want to keep that up for a gold span dragon. So taking 1 here is not even that bad. And refilling our hand seems way better. So the Baleful Mastery is absolutely nice. And the Extinction Event is also pretty freaking sweet. Alright, even got another Extinction Event. So, if he's attacking it now with the Gold Span Dragon, we can just use the Shark Typhoon to block it. Alrighty. Well, we're still putting down the Shark Typhoon for 4. Blocking is Juspara Sentinel. In our turn, we will draw a lot of cards, which is pretty good. I hope that we are not losing all of our good stuff. And I hope we're getting some good stuff back. We did get some good stuff back, but also a lot of freaking lands. Okay, so let's get the tapped lands, untapped lands out first. We are still keeping up our shark because I'm very afraid of a gold span dragon. And he just surrendered! We got 2 Gruuls in a row. Feels freaking good. Can we get back into Diamond 2? I really hope we freaking do. Oh, poor gold span dragon. Couldn't even see the light of day. But hey, we were just a little bit lucky here. We found our lands. We started with 2 lands. Oh, there was a companion. It's a Lurrus. It's a freaking Lurrus. But we have the Baleful Masteries. We're not going first. But I really don't like this hand. This hand is way freaking better. I think we're getting rid of the side coming. Because the Test of Talents here is real good. The Flunk is... Oh, he's a cycling deck. So the Test of Talents just got really freaking good. Really, really freaking good. Oh, yes it did. Oh, yes it did. So, how many cards does he have in hand? 5. So unless he cycles 1 more card, we can Flunk here. But he will be cycling 1 more card, yep. Well, we still have the Baleful Mastery, so nothing to worry here. We will take 3, but later on, no matter what creature he puts down, we're kinda good. We need to get a snow-covered island. I almost clicked on a swamp, just because I like it that much. Alrighty. Another Test of Talents, not too useful in this situation, but hey. So what you putting down here, my friend? The Valiant Rescuer. Yeah, that we can get rid of with the Flunk. With the Flunk! Alrighty, and we absolutely will. So we will make him draw a card here. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. And he now has only a 1/1, because we will be flunking good. Immediately. And if he wants to shoot our face with a 4 mana, 4 power thingy, that is fine with me. Another Flourishing Fox. Oh, come on. Come on. So, if he has maybe he has some lands in hand, would be good. Another Valiant Rescuer. We only have 1 Flunk left. And we're drawing a land. So. But I still think it is the Fox. Sooner or later we will find an answer, but this Fox can get out of control real freaking quick. Okay, cycling deck. Will you beat us because we find nothing but lands here? Would be very bad. Would be very freaking bad. He's getting in for 4. So if we can find a board wipe here, I would be very, very... What? Dude, you need to use that during my turn. Well, do what you want. I found another freaking land. This is so bad. This is so freaking bad. Yep, not gonna deny how bad this is. We really need something other than a land. So, 12 cards in, 6 lands, yeah, I mean... And he has his 3rd Flourishing Fox. Oh, come on. And his 3rd Valiant Rescuer. This is insanity. So, we really, really, really need something good here. We really do. I hope we can find something real good here. Otherwise, we're just utterly freaking screwed. Utterly freaking screwed. Well, sometimes you eat the sharks and sometimes you draw like 5 lands in a row. Come on. Well, at least we can do that. At least we can do that. But we're still dead. I mean, we're still dead. But hey. Good game, my friend. Good freaking game. Oh boy. This was just brutal. Finding nothing but lands was just freaking brutal. Getting rid of all of his Zenith flares. Just out of spite. But yeah. If we would have drawn whatever other than a land, like a counter spell or something like that, that would have been of use. But we didn't. We didn't. We have so many board wipes, we didn't find them. We could have played them all here. We just freaking didn't. Denied the Diamond 2 by all these lands. Feels bad. Feels bad. Turns out that nothing but lands can kill you. All these lands. Yeah. I'm choking. I'm choking. Alright, like this hand. Because we have the 2 Behold the Multiverse, we have the Ashiok, so we will be able to find something. But we're up against a mono red deck, I think. Yep, we are. We are. But he's not getting in for damage on turn 1. That is good. And with the Behold the Multiverse, we will find an answer. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh, the perfect freaking start. Doesn't it feel good, my friend? I bet it freaking does. So we can't be doing anything here anyways. We will just be playing the Behold the Multiverse. And hopefully find a board wipe. A board wipe would be so freaking good. The Fervent Champion. Okay. And a second Robber of the Rich. So, before he steals something that we really, really want... Come on, game. Are you seriously killing me by games all day freaking long? By just giving me nothing but lands. Nothing but freaking lands. Oh, this is so freaking brutal. Just so freaking brutal. If he has an Ember Cleave here, we're just dead. But we had 4 lands on top. If he has the Torbrand here, we're just freaking dead. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, Ember Cleave and we're dead. Just Ember Cleave and we're freaking dead. There goes a Professor Onyx. There goes a Baleful Mastery. He has the Ember Cleave. And we're dead. We're freaking dead. Oh, he doesn't have the Ember Cleave. Okay. Okay, so we still have a small freaking chance. A small... Oh, he has a Bone Crusher Giant, doesn't he? He just has the Bone Crusher Giant and we're dead. Alright, please, please, give me an Extinction Event here. Please give me an Extinction Event. Please. Please just give me an Extinction Event. Please. Please don't give me a land or some kind of brutal whatever. Just give me an Extinction Event. Please. Freaking please. Freaking please, game. Extinction Event. Oh, he gave me a land. It gave me a freaking land. Good game. Holy freaking smokes. 2 games in a row where we got nothing. I don't even want to see how he beats us. 2 games in a row where we draw so many lands. What is up today? So we do have time for one more game. Maybe we can get our redemption. But yeah, you have seen this deck works. It works if you draw something other than lands. I mean, the first 2 games were a very good, clear sign of how this game can do it. So, up against the Yorion. We have the side coming, we have these Extinction Events. But I really don't feel it. I really don't. I mean, the side coming is good, but if he has 1 disruption spell for our hand, we're pretty screwed. This is kind of better. Getting rid of the Behold the Multiverse here. But we have 2 Behold the Multiverse in hand, and we're up against a Yorion deck, so this is the final test. Will this be a game where we draw no lands? I mean, yeah. Looks like it. Freaking looks like it. But we have the Behold the Multiverse, which we could even play main phase if we want to. There is a land. Can't freaking believe it. I can't freaking believe it. It's a land. Okay. And we have 2 Baleful Mastery, so that is also very good. But all we need now is a Test of Talents. Would love to find a Test of Talents. Would freaking love to. The side coming's not even that bad. So we can now counter something of his. And if he doesn't do anything, we still have to Behold the Multiverse. So yeah, I'm feeling this one. I have a feeling that we can win here. We can. We aren't sure to, but we can. He has no blue mana open. Freaking love it. So many freaking lands. Okay, but we're still needing some lands. Oh boy, 3 lands on top. But we found a Test of Talents. That is pretty freaking nice. Pretty freaking nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will see what he does here. He plays the Cultivate. Not allowing that. I don't want him to find another black source. Absolutely not. And if he's stuck on lands here, that was pretty good. Okay, it looks like he was. So we're putting down the Ashiok. If he has something here, that is fine with me. I'm not too afraid to lose it. If he has a Baleful Mastery here and wants to use it, that is also fine with me. But he can't be playing his Emergent Ultimatum this turn. So everything is still a-okay. For now. Does he have the Binding? He doesn't have the Binding. That is very good. That is very freaking good. We now even have the Blood on the Snow. If he wants to attack in here, I'm fine with that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't have enough lands right now. What is going on? Not enough lands? Crazy. Crazy. So he's attacking down the Ashiok. Couldn't care less. That is good because that also means that we can attack in with our little 2-3. Exile some of his stuff. He has the Elspeth's Nightmare. That is very freaking bad. We can't counterspell that. But we can get ourselves another Test of Talents in our hand. Another Baleful Mastery is not that useful. But another land indeed is. Because with the Blood on the Snow, we can destroy some of his stuff. We now even have a Shark Typhoon. If we really need to. So, what you doing, my friend? What are you doing? Maybe he's getting rid of the Blood on the Snow. Would be smart. Smart, as they say. But right now we can still Baleful Mastery his freaking Yorion, which is pretty freaking good. Yes, look at him and weep. Look at them and freaking weep, my Yorion friend. I think he's getting rid of the Blood on the Snow. Yep, I thought so. Freaking thought so. But now at least we can get rid of the Yorion and still have our Test of Talents open. But we will see what he does here. He's on 7 mana now. Is he attacking my Ashiok? He is. Well, we're exiling your Yorion in that case. And if you have a counter spell open, we still have the Test of Talents number 2. Pretty freaking good. I like it. Freaking love it. What a freaking beauty. Alright, so as you can see, if you're drawing a healthy amount of lands, you absolutely have a chance. That even rhymed, so it must be freaking true. So, Ashiok will get pumped real big. Sooner or later we will be able to seal his Yorion. The Crippling Fear. Yeah, that is fine with me. You do that. I'm not going to use my freaking... You didn't use antelopes? Dude, what is wrong with you? Oh, this is so nice. He got rid of it. We got it back. Freaking love it. So what is in our graveyard? Nothing that I care about. As long as our Ashiok survived here to the Elspeth's Nightmare, we are super good. The Vorinclex. Okay, Vorinclex away, my friend. We're just exiling that. Goodbye. Goodbye, Vorinclex. Very soon, and he surrendered! Yes! Oh, test of talents. You got us there because he was afraid to play his spells. Oh, so good. This feels so good after the last 2 games where we drew nothing but lands. This felt so freaking good. Oh boy, the games we won, the deck did exactly what it should be doing, but these 2 games where we drew nothing but lands, painful, freaking painful. So, you have seen how many lands I'm able to draw, and I mean, let's check real quick. We have 24 lands. Oh, it's right behind my head, so here it is. 24 freaking lands. Not 26, not 30, or whatever, but we were drawing lands like freaking champions. The one game where we had 3 lands for 2 or 3 turns in a row, we even won that one, because we could make a comeback. But the one where we drew, oh, I'm still a little bit salty. Those games were so freaking painful. So freaking painful. Alright, so, still, it has been a very freaking fun deck. I enjoy it very much. Going back to my roots, to my first freaking video I ever did, was very, very fun. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Help me reach the next big milestone of 2,222. I would love to see that number, and I think we can do it this week. No worries, I trust you guys. And yeah, join the Discord, become part of this awesome Malone community. I'm MtgA Malone, and I will see you all tomorrow.